Dr. Ezra Hawkins stood in his cluttered garage, staring at the gleaming spacecraft before him. It was a sleek, silver vessel, no larger than a compact car, yet it held the promise of traversing light years. He ran his hand along its smooth surface, marveling at how such an extraordinary machine could be built from seemingly ordinary materials. It had all started 6 months ago when Ezra, a brilliant but disillusioned astrophysicist, received an unexpected message through his deep space scanning equipment. The sender identified herself as Zara, a female from a planet orbiting Alcyone in the Pleiades star cluster. At first, Ezra thought it was an elaborate prank, but as their communication continued, he found himself falling deeply in love with this mysterious alien woman. Zara shared knowledge that made Ezra's head spin. She spoke of technologies far beyond human understanding, yet when she sent him blueprints for a faster-than-light spacecraft, the components seemed surprisingly ordinary. Impossible, Ezra had muttered, poring over the plans. The scientific community insists we lack the rare materials for interstellar travel. Yet, here it was, assembled from parts he'd sourced from junkyards, electronic stores, and even his own kitchen. The key, Zara explained, wasn't the materials themselves, but the precise arrangement and activation sequence. As Ezra prepared for his maiden voyage, his mind wandered to Zara's last transmission. "My dearest Ezra," her melodic voice had resonated in his mind, "I eagerly await our meeting. But you must understand, in my culture, mating is not a simple affair. You'll need to participate in the celestial courtship race." Ezra had laughed nervously. "A race? Like a test of piloting skills?" "In a way," Zara replied, a hint of amusement in her voice. "It's a grand spectacle, with suitors from across the galaxy competing in ships of all designs. The winner, well, let's just say the rewards are beyond your wildest dreams." Now, as Ezra climbed into the cockpit, he couldn't shake a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The ship hummed to life, responding to his thoughts more than his actions. In a flash of blue light, he was gone, leaving Earth far behind. The journey was surreal. Ezra watched as stars streaked by, entire galaxies reduced to smears of light. When he finally emerged from FTL travel, he gasped at the sight before him. A massive space station orbited a swirling gas giant, its rings studded with thousands of docked spacecraft. As Ezra approached, a holographic display materialized, guiding him to a designated hangar. Upon landing, Ezra was greeted by a tall, willowy figure with iridescent skin and large, almond-shaped eyes. "Welcome, Ezra of Earth," the being said in a musical tone. "I am Lyrix, Zara's attendant. She awaits you in the observation lounge." Ezra's heart raced as he followed Lyrix through winding corridors filled with a dizzying array of alien life forms. Finally, they entered a vast chamber with a panoramic view of space. And there she was. Zara was even more breathtaking in person, her form seeming to shimmer with starlight. She glided towards Ezra, a warm smile on her face. "My dear Ezra," she said, her voice sending shivers down his spine. "You've come so far. Are you ready for the final challenge?" Ezra nodded, still awestruck. I think so." "But Zara, why go through all this? Surely there are plenty of suitors in your own star system." Zara's expression turned wistful. "Oh, Ezra, you can't imagine how tedious it becomes. Millennia after millennia. I've seen every variation of my own kind. I yearned for something different. When I discovered your transmissions, I knew I had to reach out." She led him to a window overlooking a massive arena-like structure. "The race begins tomorrow. You'll be competing against the finest pilots in the galaxy. The course is treacherous, filled with obstacles both natural and artificial. But I have faith in you, my love. Ezra swallowed hard. And if I win? If you win, you will be dating a princess. Oh, and of course, the prize credits, and a golden trophies, and some keys to the city, Zara said with a pause. Oh, I was also meant to be marrying that prince over there. Ezra's mind reeled at Zara's revelation. A princess? An arranged marriage? Zara, why didn't you tell me? The alien princess's iridescent skin shimmered with what Ezra interpreted as embarrassment. I couldn't risk you refusing to come. You see, the union between my family and Prince Kazanar's would solidify an uneasy peace, but at the cost of my freedom. This race, this ancient tradition, is my only way out. Ezra ran his hands through his hair, conflicted. So, I'm just a pawn in your political game? Zara's eyes, swirling pools of cosmic dust, locked onto his. No, Ezra, you're so much more. Our conversations, our connection, that was real. I chose you not just for your potential as a pilot, but because I truly believe we could be happy together. Before Ezra could respond, a booming voice interrupted them. So, this is the primitive you hope will save you from your duty, princess? They turned to see a towering figure enter the room. Prince Kazanar was an imposing sight, his exoskeleton gleaming with bioluminescent patterns. Zara stepped protectively in front of Ezra. Kazanar, this is none of your concern. The race is open to all. The alien prince sneered. A race this outsider will not survive. I'll see to that personally. As Kazanar stormed out, Ezra turned to Zara, his voice trembling. He's going to kill me, isn't he? Zara placed a comforting hand on his cheek, the touch sending tingles through his body. The ship I had you build is the fastest in the galaxy. I'm 65% sure that no matter what happens, you will win. 65%? Ezra exclaimed. That's not as reassuring as you might think. Zara shrugged her shoulders, an oddly human gesture. It's at least above 50%. In a race this unpredictable, those are good odds. Ezra stared out at the vast arena, weighing his options. Part of him wanted to run, to find his ship and flee back to the safety of Earth. But as he looked at Zara, her otherworldly beauty captivating him once more, he felt his resolve weaken. All right, he sighed. I'll do it. But promise me, Zara, no more secrets. The alien princess nodded solemnly. No more secrets. And Ezra, thank you. As dawn broke over the gas giant, Ezra found himself at the starting line of the most extraordinary race in the galaxy. Thousands of spacecraft of all shapes and sizes hovered in formation, their pilots a menagerie of alien life forms. Ezra's ship, which he'd affectionately named Earthlight, hummed with barely contained power. As he ran through the pre-flight checklist, a transmission crackled through his comms. Good luck, little human, Prince Kazanar's voice dripped with malice. You'll need it. The starting signal flashed, and the race erupted into chaos. Ezra's ship shot forward with breathtaking acceleration, weaving through the pack. The course took them through asteroid fields, around the rings of gas giants, and through the coronas of dying stars. Throughout the race, Ezra faced sabotage attempts from Kazanar and his allies. Drone ships tried to box him in. Energy weapons lanced past his hull, and at one point, a tractor beam nearly yanked him off course. But each time, Ezra's reflexes and the ship's incredible capabilities saw him through. As they approached the final stretch, a massive solar flare erupted from a nearby star. While other ships scattered, Ezra saw his chance. He dove straight into the plasma stream, using its energy to slingshot past the competition. Earthlight crossed the finish line a full 10 seconds before the next ship, securing Ezra's victory. As the crowds erupted in cheers, Ezra saw Zara racing towards him, her face alight with joy. But their celebrations would be short. Prince Kazanar, enraged by his defeat, activated a hidden weapon on his ship. As the gravitational pulse ripped through the arena, Ezra braced for impact, certain that his small Earth-built craft would be torn apart. To his amazement, the pulse seemed to flow around Earthlight's hull, the ship vibrating but remaining intact. Zara's voice crackled over the comms, a mix of relief and excitement. It worked! Ezra, your ship is safe. What do you mean, it worked? Ezra shouted, watching in awe as the gravitational wave reflected off his ship's hull, coalescing into a focused beam that streaked back towards its source. Prince Kazanar's massive warship, caught in its own weapon's backlash, began to break apart. Explosions rippled along its surface as the prince and his crew frantically evacuated in escape pods. As the chaos subsided, Zara's ship docked with Earthlight. The princess rushed in, embracing Ezra tightly. "I'm so sorry I didn't tell you everything," she said, her voice muffled against his shoulder. "But I couldn't risk Kazanar finding out about the ship's true capabilities." Ezra gently pushed her back, his eyes searching hers. "Zara, please, no more secrets. What exactly did you have me build?" The alien princess took a deep breath. "The blueprints I sent you weren't just for a faster-than-light ship. They were designs for a prototype defensive system, one that uses Earth's unique elemental composition to create a nearly impenetrable shield. I knew Kazanar would try something desperate if he lost, so I had to prepare." Ezra shook his head, amazed. "But why Earth metals? Surely your advanced civilization has better materials." Zara smiled. "That's the beauty of it. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most elegant. Earth's iron core and its unique magnetic field create properties we've never seen before. Combined with the assembly method I provided, it created a perfect defense against Kazanar's gravitational weapons." As they spoke, official ships surrounded them, confirming Ezra's victory and Kazanar's disqualification for violating race rules. The threat was over. Zara took Ezra's hands in hers. "You've won, my love. Not just the race, but our freedom. The pleasure planet and the mansion await us, but more importantly, we have a chance at a life together, free from political machinations." Ezra gazed out at the star-filled expanse before them, then back at the extraordinary being beside him. His life had changed in ways he could never have imagined, all because of a distant signal and a leap of faith. "Well," he said with a grin, "I suppose this is just the beginning of our adventure, isn't it?" Zara's laugh was like music. "Oh, Ezra, you have no idea. The universe is vast, and now it's ours to explore together." As Earthlight prepared to depart for their new home, Ezra couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. He was leaving behind everything he'd ever known, embarking on a journey beyond his wildest dreams. But with Zara by his side and the stars stretching out before them, he knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. The ship's engines hummed to life, and with a flash of light they vanished into the cosmic tapestry, leaving behind a legend that would be told throughout the galaxy for generations to come. The princess and the human arrived on the pleasure planet and started to settle into the holiday paradise, soaking in all the beautiful sights and sounds. The princess, turning to Ezra, "There is one more final secret that I have been keeping from you." He let out a sigh. "I thought we got through all the secrets." The princess developing a smile on her lips. "Oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's about the mating process. In our species, the male must give all his protein cells to the female in order to begin my egg cycle." "Oh, well, that's easy. We do that all the time on Earth. said Ezra with overconfidence. The princess relieved. "Oh, I thought you might be freaked out by that. It's quite the spectacle. I am so glad I met you. You're so understanding and willing to do this for me." Zara giving a grateful hug. And with that the mating process had began. But something was different. The human had failed to realize that giving over all his protein cells meant his entire body, with a shocked look of miscalculation, was the last expression on his face. The human slowly was being absorbed into the alien female to complete the mating process.